So when it comes to Jinx and a lot of the Clappy slash Chompers stuff that you can do, there's a lot of routes that you can go, and there's a lot of ways to think about how to use them. But in general, the best way to think about it is like, it's kind of like your win condition, but it's, you kind of gotta have like you gotta work to setting them up. Because if you just do this in neutral and you try to do like, try to toss it and you do like this and then this, you are so staggered that people are just gonna jump over you and hit you on the head. So what you need to do is figure out some sort of way to get them out safely. And the best way to do that is to backdash or back jump. That's why you see Jinx is doing this so much. And just as a piece of advice, if you're playing against Jinx, they want to do this a lot. And they're gonna jump, they're gonna do low rocket, they're gonna jump to low rocket call assist, and then if they have double assist, they can handshake off of that and do some nasty stuff. But yeah, and like assist is obviously the main mechanic of this game, so doing things like backdash and then double assist and then doing a combo with Darius or something, like it's really what helps you. And even if they block Darius charge, you know, you can handshake for plus frames, and even if they block it, you've still gotten Clappy out, which is your goal. And really, if you get Clappy and you manage to supercharge him with either your 2M or your stand M, that's really, really good because he moves faster, and obviously you get a capture state, which guarantees a combo. You know? Anyway, that is one of the best ways to actually think about using them. It's the same thing, because like you can throw that, but that's a lot of delay there, and it's only in front of you. And like he won't move like that, so if you just throw him here, because again you want to be at this range to throw things like down rockets, regular rockets, rocket plus assist to cover your options, and then get Darius in, you know, something like that. You want to be at that range, but when it comes to Chompers, because you're throwing them like that, you'll be tempted to do the hold version, where you can throw it further. And I don't want to say this move's bad, but it's very punishing because it has the longest startup out of any of her moves, and it's the easiest move to jump on reaction and then bop her on the head. Obviously that's the thing with Jinx, is that like it's all about bopping her on the head because you're jumping over rockets and you're jumping over minigun, so enemies are already looking for that. So if they autopilot into, you know, run up jump heavy, if they autopilot into that and you just randomly go for this, you're gonna lose to that, and it'll feel bad because it's like you lost to something so simple that like, oh, I should just 2H, you know, because she does have a pretty good 2H and it's really good for anti-air, and you also have, you know, back H, like you have air throw. You could deal with that pretty effectively, but the problem is you're locked into this animation, so it's harder to react to that, especially because Chompers does not have a hitbox on the way out. You can just straight jump through as he flies. Once he hits the ground, he's active, but as he's flying, he's not active. That's really only good to do when you know you're going to get something, like if you get a super call, assist, and throw and stuff, and then that way, like, you know they're gonna get up, they're gonna block, and they're going to they're like, Chompers is going to hit them. But the best way to actually move Chompers is to do forward S1 for Chompers and then do 2M rocket, because that always sends him full screen, and it will always, because of how it hops, it will always cover an incredible like zigzagging space. So if they try to jump, it will hit them out of the air, and if they run across the ground, the rocket will hit them. It's one of the best ways to cover space, but it does have this startup where you have to throw Chompers, hit him, and then hit him with a rocket, and during that time they can run at you. And it's especially bad because the thing is, Clappy and Chompers both require you to do things like hitting them with a rocket, or hitting them with a standing button, or hitting them with minigun to get them out. And that's fine, but you have to realize you're locking yourself into an option whenever you do that. Like, you're going for this into this, into this, into this, into this. Like, you're doing all these things, and you're accepting I'm not blocking during any of that. You can't block during any of this, you know? And that's fine in a lot of situations, especially when somebody doesn't know your matchup. And I know this because I've had to play a lot of really good Jinx players. If they don't know the matchup, you can just do whatever you want, you know. They're gonna respect you, and that's what you want. Because then you get one hit, and then you go back into random BS and then in the corner. And then you have a great, you know, you have great corner pressure because you got this into rocket, into hop for overhead. You've got a standing overhead. You've got, if you get a throw, you can just run up and get a super combo off of it. Not to mention, in the corner, you have some of the best corner pressure with Clappy and Chompers. Specifically Clappy. It will always hit meaty if they stand get up, which is something you're really good at conditioning them. You know, conditioning them to stand get up, because if they ever roll, you punish them. And it's just one of the most powerful situations to be, especially because if you get a throw, they are forced to get up like this. They can't roll, so they're forced to hold Clappy. And they can have options, like they can, they do have options, like they can get up attack to beat it, but then you can just block it. And that way, you can run up, and if they're jumping back, Clappy will hit them. If they try to get up attack, you can just block it. If they try to mash, Clappy will hit them. If they try to throw, Clappy will hit them. It's one of the best options in the game. And overall, it's one of the best ways that makes her powerful in the corner, especially because she has amazing with minigun. Unless you parry every single hit, all you can really do is retreating guard here when you block this. So then you push yourself back out with retreating guard, and then guess what? You're back to this range. They're in the corner, and you can start doing your shenanigans again. And then, like what do you even do? And again, that's sort of your win condition with what you want to go for with Jinx, and how Clappy and Chompers is supposed to like supplement that. Because like you can't just run away and do this and expect everybody to just win. Like you're gonna run into people who like a great example here, I'll show you. And the thing is, like, I'm a Vi player, so I love doing stuff like this. Because if I ever try to contest her, she just rolls through everything that I do. Even supers. See? And even like, I could try, if I try to set up Clappy, even if like I get Clappy out, she can just roll through him. Like when she's hitting you with this, it's feels very frustrating because like it's a move designed to get around it. If you ask me, I think this is intentional. I think it's intentional game design to give the two sisters, like she counters Jinx obviously, but the best way to like answer this, especially with like you talk about like assist pressure, like I play Vi Braum, and like you can dash through a projectile. Like if Jinx is autopiloting into like backdash this like round start, I just like dash forward and then do the forward footwork to pass through the projectile, and then I do back assist with Braum. Like here, I'll actually show you. And just like that, I'm out of options. Because I can't hit her because of shield. Well, there it went down. But you know what I mean with, like, if I just jab light there as Vi, I win. And then I can try and like jump out and go for a dive kick or something. And I could like try to go for a dive kick, but shield still blocks me, and then all Vi has to do is 2H and then or parry or something, and there you go. So like using assist pressure there really helps. That's just one of like, that's not even a Jinx thing. That's one thing I do with Vi a lot. And it's like, how do you beat this? Well, it's very simple. In order to do something, you have to use your assists. Because then you can get Darius in like that, or whoever you're playing as, and like, because when Vi is doing stuff like this, she can't do it if there's a hit on screen like that, you know? Because she rolls through projectiles, but she doesn't roll through hits. So then you can like, and even if like you wanted to stay Jinx, you can get that on screen and then do a whole lot else there. See? And like there's just a lot that you can do there from that situation. And like So you need to think about using Clappy and Chompers. The best moves are stuff like this, because it just covers so much space. But the best way to make it less, not necessarily less committal, but more safe, is to go for assist while you're doing it. Especially if, like, I think it should be known 2x is amazing on Jinx, 2x assists, not just for double rockets, but also for, like, I'm backdashing away, I'm setting up projectiles, but also Darius is coming at you with 2 shoulder charges, you know? And that's one of the things that really helps when you're setting this up. And there's a lot of setups, like, again, I mostly just do, like, 2M into rocket to get Clappy, or Chompers full screen. I'll go for sand medium rocket with Clappy to get a charged one out. And one of the best ones I didn't already mention is get Clappy out and then go for 2H jump H. This is an amazing move because it's like, it's pretty low reward, because if you can convert off of this, it's not for a lot. But at the same time, it's very low risk because you're covering so much screen space when you do this. Because if they jump at you, you're 2Hing them. If they try to air you, you're Hing them out of the air. And if at any point they manage to hit you, they're going to get hit by Clappy, so they can't convert off of it. So you guys are kind of trading in the scramble, and then you can usually win after that, because then you can backdash and go for an assist and rocket stuff. You know, there's just so much that you can do, and it's especially good like if you manage to get Clappy supercharged, then you can get like a combo, something like that. You know, it really helps like that. And it should also go without saying that you can also use your zap to also supercharge it, your little install mode here. There's a lot that you can do off of that. Stun them for a while, you know. There's just a lot of free-flowing nature to what you're doing with Jinx. It's one of the reasons why she's such a cool character, because you need to sort of like make up your own, you know, whatever you're doing as you go along to hit them with the, you know, the best setups. But always remember, whenever you call these guys out, you're taking an amount of risk, because they're balanced around their long startup and the fact that like they're not immediately active. You know, like a lot of people have said, like, should this hit on the way out? No, it shouldn't, because then you're not taking the risk of getting jumped in on or something like that. Like it's part of the kit. And like a lot of characters, the best way to supplement her weaknesses is with assists. Like, there's a reason why assists are the best resource of this game, you know? And I think that's the ultimate thing, is like, learn like some pretty simple routes, like I do this, just at full screen, or if I need Chompers, I go for something like this. And like, even if they block that, like, you're still in a very good position. And doing stuff like that, but also while you're doing it, just call assist while you're doing it. And then if you ever get a hit, you can run in, handshake, and then bam, you got it. It especially works well because there's certain characters like Darius who might struggle at like getting into his effective range, which is right around here, so he can hit you with his busted medium. Well, if you handshake him in, he'll be able to do it super easy. So that's just one thing to take note of. And, you know, when you're in the corner, it should go without saying, if you ever get a knockdown and you don't want to spend meter, just throw a Clappy. Because no matter what they do, you can always have an answer to it, as long as you, like, you know, linearize your game plan. That's the best way to describe it. And yeah, I think that mostly sums up a lot of what to do with Clappy and Chompers, just because it feels so much like jazz music. You're making a song, and you need to do sort of your own thing as you're going along, depending on what your opponent is doing. Because if your opponent's not jumping, you know, I didn't even mention it, how you can swerve Clappy up and down. If your opponent's not jumping, you have no reason to bring Clappy into the air. Because having him on the ground like this, and, you know, if they're not Vi or Echo, and they don't have like an instant free, you know, get around Clappy option, they just have to hold this, and you can do so much behind Clappy and throw to one of these and throw this out, and like you just have so much that you can do behind him. And I think that's really where the power comes from. Also remembering your hop into rocket can help you a lot for different things like this, you know. And I'm pretty sure if rocket does launch Chompers at like a weird angle, and you can do other things, you know. it's really up to you. You need to sort of feel out what you want to do and like linearize it so that you're doing very simple things. Like again, I do this a lot. I'm just like covering it with assist and then getting in there and like making it so that like you're doing something that covers a lot of options so that you're not using a lot of your mental power thinking about all of the setups you have to do at every single point in time. Instead, you're forcing them to think about like, okay, he's doing one thing, which is like this into this, and like, how do I get around that? You know, like it puts a lot of mental pressure on them, so their mental stack is more overloaded. But yeah, that's sort of how I deal with Clappy and Chompers. Though it should go without saying. Yeah, you're kind of screwed.